Good evening and welcome to the Total Nonstop Racing League and the Michigan International Speedway. Joining me in the booth, as always, is Joe, and I am Bob. And tonight's race is the HighlineDiecast.com 200 here at Michigan, part of the Total Nonstop Racing League. Joe, tonight's race is going to be a blast. First race of the season, new faces, new places, plenty of new drivers. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a blast. Got a ton of people out here. The weather's great. Track's a little toasty, but it's going to be fun.
That is for sure. So far, 31 drivers have entered into tonight's race. Just a few minutes left here in practice, and there are some things you're going to want to watch out for if you're racing in tonight's race. The first thing, do not speed on pit road. It's a long pit road. It's tough to get down onto pit road, and you do not want to speed because that is going to put you behind big time. The next thing you have to watch out for is what line do you want to run? Here at Michigan, you can run all the way up at the wall. You can run all the way down on the bottom. You name it, you can pretty much run anywhere you want out on the track. And finally, watch out for the seams. You see the black lines there in the track. Not a whole lot of grip on those. So if you have cold tires, not a lot of grip. You get onto those seams, the back end is going to want to try to beat the front end, and that always ends in a pretty nasty wreck. Drivers getting out on the racetrack at the moment. Here is the number 26 of Chris Darling. Let's jump on board with CD as he gets himself ready to take the green flag. And you can see these seams right here. Drivers start to get a little slidey right through there on the exit of 4. Gets the power down. He's going to carry all that momentum across the start-finish line to take the green flag for this lap. You can hear just a little bit of breath into that throttle. Gets back into it. Back onto the throttle down the back straightaway. Gets a little bit of draft there from the 96 of Brennan Bookwald just in front of him as he chucks it down into the corner, running right in the middle of the track. That's typically where we're going to see the faster qualifying times. And let's see where Chris Darling puts his first lap. That'll only be 7th with a 40.14. Philip Scott, 39.5 so far. There's Ace House in the number 47 machine. Had himself a great season last year. Currently 5th fastest on the board with a 39.88. And we are going to see how this one is going to stack up for us as House pulls down. Here comes Philip Scott across the line, not as fast as his pole time. .5. Just over a second separating the first place car and the slowest qualifying so far. As Philip Scott gets across the line, picks up another 10th, 39.479. .32 drivers out on the racetrack. Here's a newcomer to TNR. That's the 41 of Austin Wingard. Practicing getting onto pit road. Ray Payne ducks below the line, looking to reset his car as well.
I was watching these guys practicing earlier, and it seems like getting into the pits was questionable at best for some of these guys. So hopefully they have ironed out their kinks.
Yes, we have seen a few guys struggle mightily getting themselves down onto pit road, and the hard part is you see it right there when the 06 of Adam Boisler came across the line. The pit entry cone is just past the entry to pit road, or just past the entry to pit road with the pit wall. So that kind of confuses some guys. Some guys will slow down more. You got to watch out for that, so you don't run over the guy in front of you. Or it could be have someone like the 92 here of Tim Branson, where we saw him a few times. He got a little too hot into the corner, and he decided to meet the water barrels head on. Both Jeremy and Johnny Williams checking in the chat. Jeremy saying, nothing like TNR on a Monday night. Johnny says, hello to the booth with wish all the drivers good luck tonight. Thank you, Johnny. Jeremy popping in saying, I second that. There is the 49 of Mitchell Adams coming across the line. Let's see what this lap looks like for the 49 machine. As that lap time actually not going to count as the session time ends. We'll kick ourselves over to the start of the race. And Joe, let's take a look here at our starting grid for tonight's HighlineDiecast.com 200. On the pole for the first race of the season is the number 99 machine of Philip Scott, with Justin Melillo on his outside. Row number 2, we see Matt Schlosser with Ryan Shelton. Row 3 is Ethan Amberg and Jeff Dillon. Ace House and Shane Ewing make up row number 4. Row number 5, we see Steve Bivacqua with Jamar Dumas on his outside. And row number 6, Chris Darling and Adam Boislard. Austin Wingard and Tim Branson make up row number 7. As row number 8, we have Martin Plute and Mitchell Adams. Ray Payne and Matt Allen make up row number 9, with row number 10 has Colton Easterday and Ryan Newman. No, not that Ryan Newman, the other Ryan Newman. Joey Barrett and Corey Hutchinson make up row number 11. Row number 12, we see Eric Jeffrey and Scott Leonard. Jason Shue and Brandon Buchwald make up row 13, with row 14 being Tyler Cadd and Robert Tripp. Mark McFadden and William Ratcliffe make up row number 15, and rounding out our 32 car field for race number 1 of 2026B will be Stan Hausman in the 39 and Adam Stewart in the number 4 car. Don't forget, HighlineDiecast.com is your go-to source for all sorts of diecast memorabilia. Absolutely phenomenal place. You're gonna want to check them out. Whether you're hunting for the latest releases, rare finds, or you're just looking to sell your own collection, they have you covered. Plus, don't miss out on their live auctions every week on Whatnot, where you can score some incredible deals on must-have collectibles and place your pre-orders on NASCAR's latest diecast over at HighlineDiecast.com. It's where passion for racing meets collectible perfection.
They got some real fun stuff over there.
Oh, yes. The Bubba Wallace Space Jam car that he ran this past Sunday is one I may have to look into getting.
It's amazing.
So the field getting themselves ready to roll. Slowly behind the pace car. The pace car pulls off. Field in the command of Philip Scott. Into the restart zone they roll. Green flag is in the air, and the 2026 B season is underway. Side by side they go as they head off into turn number 1. Drivers fanning out all over the place, 3 and 4 wide further back through the field. Cars all over the racetrack trying to find some grip, trying to find some room. And you see right there, the way these drivers are all trying to just find their own line, avoid the dirty air, feel out their car. But coming across the line, Justin Melillo will lead lap 1. Hornet's Nest somewhere from, I'd say, 10th on back. As guys are all 4 wide at the very least. Fantastic racing in the opening stages here at TNR. There's, one car towards the back. That might have been the number 41 machine. Got a little squirrely coming out of the corner. Or that was actually the 16 of Tyler Cadd. Just got a little slideways out of 2. Able to keep it going in the right direction, though.
It's early.
Oh, trouble. Christopher Darling and company. Big spin to the inside wall. Looks like there was another car involved. That was Martin Plute, too.
Yeah, that one, Plute went airborne. I hope his sim doesn't have motion.
As our first caution of the race pops up in lap 3. Let's take a look to see what happened with that 81 machine. Oh. Just a vicious wreck, and it kind of looked to me. Let's go on board with this 81 car. Oh, just a little bit of contact between he and the 26. Just got loose, and him and the 26 came together, and oh. Hard look. Let's take one more look here from the vantage point at Chris Darling. Oh, what a save. Almost had it saved. Looks like he might have gotten some pretty heavy damage on the right side. Yeah, some real heavy damage on the left. Look at how the left front just picks up. Or the right front, rather, and then in the wall hard on the left. Only a handful of cars on pit road. Jason Shue, Tyler Cadd, Mark McFadden, Will Ratcliffe, Stan Hausman in the Highline diecast machine, Adam Stewart as well. Drivers down on pit road. But meanwhile, out front, Philip Scott is your leader. Johnny Williams saying hope to be back on track sooner rather than later. That is for sure. And Jeremy Canute saying that could have been much worse. Absolutely could have. So just a couple more laps before we go back green.
Well, you know, we always got to start somewhere, right?
Hey, for a field this large, only to have really a two-car incident on lap 3 is pretty phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So the field doubling up. Lights on the pace car are off. So we're going to go back green this time through. 100 laps here at Michigan International Speedway. Every team has 3 sets of tires. That means the set of tires you start the race on, and 2 more in the pits. Then we'll take a look at the season schedule periodically throughout the race. But here it is on screen. Michigan, obviously the start of tonight's race. Next Monday evening, Echo Park Speedway. That is Atlanta Motor Speedway. Then they go to North Wilkesboro, Nashville Super Speedway. And then to kick off August, the battle at the base, Naval Base Coronado. It's going to be a very fun and difficult race for these drivers. So, fun few opening weeks here in TNR. As the pace car pulls off, Philip Scott, Matt Schlosser, the front row. As into the restart zone they go. Green flag is in the air, and we're back underway. Philip with a great jump, able to hop right in front of the 400 of Matt Schlosser. Justin Melillo down on the inside trying to make a move. Can't quite get it done there. Ace House there quietly creeping his way up.
No, you're not supposed to say it.
That is very true.
Seasons now.
Look, I'm trying to break the commentator's curse. Because every time I say Ace House having a fantastic race, something awful happens.
Now I feel like it's Beetlejuice. You said it twice now.
I was talking with Jamar Dumas the other night as we're preparing for the 24 Hours of Spa race that he and I are running with a few other folks. And we were saying how every time we say Ace House has been having himself a great race, something bad happens. And yes, I've Beetlejuiced him.
Yeah, now you've done it.
Now I'm just going to keep saying it just to make it not work.
What if it does?
Then we'll try again next week. Oh man, trouble on the racetrack. first yellow of, or second yellow of the race, as the 52 of Jeff Dillon goes for a spin. Let's see what happened. So here is Dillon running up towards the top 10. And oh, just a bad push from Eric Jeffrey. And around he went. Over in the chat, Jeremy says, stop talking about he who must not be named.
See, he gets it.
Take one more look here at this this push. It looks like just a bump draft gone wrong from the 133. Oh yeah, just a little too hard of a hit. I don't think Dillon was expecting that too much. So, a couple of drivers make their way down on pit road. Jason Shue, William Ratcliffe, Robert Tripp, and Jeff Dillon. Oh, Shue overshoots his pit box. Not a whole lot of damage there for Dillon. Although I'm sure he's more than happy to get some fresh tires on this 52 machine and get him back out of there on the racetrack.
I'd say so.
So working our second caution here at Michigan, the HighlineDiecast.com 200. Johnny saying, is anyone out there running Monster Energy? There is a Monster Energy car.
I was going to say, I think there is one.
I believe, yes, that is the 15 of Ryan Newman. Has a monster machine there. Good looking race car there too.
The liveries that these guys have are all always so great, week after week and season over season.
Oh yeah. Whoa, Jamar. Almost taking out the 9 of Colton Easterday there. So Matt Schlosser elects to take the outside here in TNR. No choose cone rule. iRacing has not implemented that into the game, so only the leader chooses what lane they want to restart in. Everyone else just lines up where iRacing tells them to. As Austin Wingard has a bit of a connection issue. He's disappeared. He gets back on track. Pace car getting ready to pull off. Schlosser, the control car. Philip Scott to the inside. He's got Malillo. Whereas Ace House all over the back bumper of the 400. Into the restart box they go. Green flag is in the air. A great start for the 400 of Schlosser. field spreads out. Meanwhile, let's take a look at someone in the middle of the field. This is the 62 of Ray Payne on board. And just kind of seeing how much traffic is going on all around these guys is it's making me pretty happy that I'm up here in the booth.
Oh, definitely. I think I would have been the inaugural yellow if I was out there.
Yeah, just being able to see the different lines that everyone's running this early in the race. And, you know, let's be honest here. Even though we're on lap 16 of the race, we've really truly only gotten about maybe 7, 8 full hard green flag laps. So tires are still brand new. They're not going to notice any issues or anything like that when it comes to, you know, tire management or anything along those lines. So you're going to see guys make some moves here early that may cause them to fall off later on, or they'll slow down at first and then they'll charge through the field as the run goes on. Still plenty of opportunities for all of that. Meanwhile, out front, nothing much has changed. Matt Schlosser on the point. He's got Justin Melillo and Philip Scott breathing down his neck. Last time through, Melillo was the fastest car. Again, Melillo faster, but Philip Scott also faster than Schlosser. But I think that also could just be draft because it's less than 1/10 of a second. A little bit further back, look at this cluster. 4 wide through 3 and 4.
Yeesh.
Oh, that got tight. The 19, Scott Leonard smartly backs out of that, but nothing else here as the 36 of Steve Bevacqua, the 46 of Matt Allen, and Ryan Shelton in the 54 all still under a blanket. Absolutely phenomenal racing here at Michigan. And this gaggle of race cars from Joey Barrett on down, that's 9th on back, is just all over the place. Oh, and great to see Chris Darling back out on the racetrack too. Adam Stewart there as well, 4 laps down. Chris Darling 8 laps behind. Martin Ploot still getting damage fixed, but that's likely a game over for him. We did hear the dreaded pop of the engine. But Joe, let's take a look here at the weather for tonight's race. 15-mile-an-hour wind, so it's quite breezy. A southeasterly wind-ish, give or take. 83-degree air temp, 108 track temp. So not a whole lot of grip out there for these cars.
Yeah. Though it was a little hotter at the start of the race, so you know there is that going for them.
Yeah, certainly cooling down, but still not still not exactly cold by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, no, not ideal conditions. Nice, not ideal.
Great if you're a fan, awful if you're a driver.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 wide. Look at that move. Philip Scott to the point. Philip Scott chucked his way down to the inside. He gets around Matt Schlosser, but Schlosser says not too fast. He's all over the bumper of Philip Scott. Here comes Justin Melillo to the inside. Move that 53 to the point. 4 nows. Here comes Philip Scott trying to side draft off of him. Melillo able to hold strong on the inside. The meat in the sandwich between Schlosser and Scott. Let's take a look at that pass one more time from Philip Scott. He was able to get the move to the inside. He got some help from Melillo. He chucks it in, and then Melillo says, all right, you go low, I'll go high. And he's able to complete the pass. Now Scott blocks.
You almost took it to mow the lawn in there.
I mean, the race is sponsored by Shoes Lawn Care Company, so it's just sponsorship activation, blocking all the way down to the grass like that. Is now, look at this, Melillo all over the back bumper of Scott. Matt Schlosser is there. And just behind this fight, Adam Boisler started 12th, currently running in P8. He's just enjoying this fight in front of him.
Yeah. It might be one of those things where it's like, oh, I'm not going to burn out my tires. You guys do you. I'm gonna follow my line.
You kids have fun. I'll be back here when you need me. That's exactly what he's doing. Just kind of hanging out in the middle lane. Not putting too much stress on his tires. But just like that, Boisler does join the conversation. Now we've got a 4-car fight for the lead.
I wonder if the 3 up front raced a little hard. And Boisler's like, well, oh, and as we say that.
Yeah, trouble out on the racetrack.
Number 16 of Tyler Cadd.
Cadd does get it rolling once again, but let's take a look here. Oh, I think we can already see what the issue is. As he just gets sideways, big slide. And overall, a fairly innocuous self-spin there.
Yeah.
Honestly, a little surprised that iRacing called that yellow, but again, it's one of those things where the slide happened in front of cars, in front of part of the field, and
yeah,
that's always going to be a yellow, unfortunately. So now the question is, we're a little over a quarter of the way into the race. If I'm one of the leaders, do I come down and pit?
Yeah, I mean, solid question. How much gas are you getting on these cars for this? Are we doing 30 laps, 40 laps? What's the usual?
I mean, we're probably looking at fuel window of maybe 40-ish laps. But it looks like everyone lined up. And the leaders are pitting. Joey Barrett stays out. Adam Stewart also stays out, but he is the lucky dog recipient. So everyone ducks their way onto pit road. We'll take a look who wins this fight off. Joey Barrett, the only driver who stayed out. Bunch of cars in the back. The mad dash off of pit road. Looks like the 400 of Schlosser wins the battle off. So Joey Barrett stays out. Matt Schlosser beats Philip Scott off of pit road. Boisler is there as well. Malillo loses a spot. Wingard picks up a spot over Mitchell Adams. Highest running Canadian right here is the 133 of Eric Jeffrey. They say that is Brandon Bookwald and Mark McFadden back in 22nd and 23rd, also drivers from the Great White North.
Praise be to Syrup.
Definitely somewhere I would absolutely love to travel to one time.
Yeah, I don't think hopping over the border of Niagara Falls counts.
No, I feel like it's one of those, again, technically.
Yeah.
So the lights on the pace car are off, so we'll be heading back green this time by. And the thing you're going to want to look out for now is, can the 67 car keep the tires under him? His tires are worn. His tires are old. He's the only one who has yet to come down pit road. Everyone else just pit now under this yellow. So maybe Barrett's kind of thinking, all right, maybe there's another yellow that comes out soon.
Yeah, I think that's his thought process. There's been a yellow, every 10-ish laps so far. Let's see what happens.
And that we will see as the pace car pulls off. Field in the command of the 67 machine. Green flag is in the air, and he's rolling, and he's away. So much for hot tires as Joey Barrett climbs through the gearbox. He's got himself about a car length lead over the 400 and the 06 of Boisler. Boisler to the top side, looking to carry momentum around the 400. Barrett gets out of sorts. They're now 3 wide as Schlosser to the point. Schlosser with a big push from the 53 of Malillo. As Boisler gets a little sideways, he's able to keep it in it. As Barrett is going to fall back to 5th. Pardon me, 6th. So cool to see these cars fly by like that. Tonight's camera is brought to you by our friends at Track Cams for Gourmets, trackcams22.com. And if you're watching this race and say, you know what, I really want to get involved, check us out online, speedcupseries.com. That'll get you into our Discord. And next week, you two can get out there on the racetrack and race with the likes of everyone here. Sponsorship opportunities are available. Oh, it was trouble. A little bit of an incident towards the back of the pack. That's Tim Branson getting into it. There was another car as well that might have been Jamar Dumas.
Yeah, no, I see on mine. It's Jamar Dumas and the 26. Where are you?
Oh, Chris Darling in there. The 92 slow and had a bit of damage as well. Let's see what happened here a little bit further back. 28 got loose, the 92 into him. Oh, and then 92 just grabbed the wall, and 26 just avoiding everything got into Dumas. Neither of them into the wall, though. Another incident where that could have been so much worse. And Joey Barrett started in first. 6 laps later, all the way down to 18th.
Yeah, there's a slew of cars out here.
As Jeremy Knut says, that's not a gaggle, that's a swarm.
But plenty of racing to go.
That's for sure. I would assume Barrett's going to duck his way onto pit road now, and he does.
Yeah.
See if anyone behind him pits. It's Robert Tripp, William Ratcliffe, Jason Shue, and Jamar Dumas.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this was his plan to buy a few more laps. We did another 6-ish laps. So that's 6 lap newer tires and 6 laps more of gas.
Yeah. And, I mean, we're also a third of the way into this race, so if Barrett is sitting there saying, all right, I'll do 33.66 and finish it off. So, and with all these yellows, it's definitely helped him get past that number, so that could definitely be an option. So far, 4 cautions on the evening. 4 lead changes. As looks like Scott Leonard has taken his car behind pit wall. Still about 30 cars out on the racetrack, which is absolutely phenomenal to see. Don't forget tonight's race is the Highline Diecast.com 200. Highline Diecast Collectibles is your go-to source for high-quality NASCAR diecast and memorabilia. Whether you're hunting for the latest releases, some rare finds, or you're just looking to sell your own collection, they have you covered. Plus, don't miss their live auctions every single week on Whatnot, where you can score some incredible deals on the must-have collectibles and place your pre-orders with NASCAR's latest diecast at HighlineDiecast.com. It's where passion meets racing, or pardon me, where passion for racing meets collectible perfection.
First race of the season, you'll work out the kinks.
Yeah, I'm just learning how to read now. Yeah, looking at the HighlineDiecast.com website, they've got some pretty sweet pre-orders up. The SVG Lefty Out There paint scheme is absolutely amazing. You can pre-order Chase Briscoe's Chicagoland win as well, so definitely someone you're going to want to get your diecast from. Field goes back green. We're still side by side for the lead. The 06 slots in front of the 99. As we ride on board with the 400, there's Justin Malillo saying hi. Malillo sticks with the 400 as Adam Boisler to the top side. Here comes Justin Malillo to the inside. He's there side by side, drag race down the back straightaway. Boisler to the top, Malillo down low. Malillo with the advantage entering the corner, but Boisler's going to have a little more momentum on his side. As they're still side by side across the line, that's Boisler's lead. Great battle here at the front of the track, and oh, yellow. Caution flag is out. Did not see what happened. Looks like Matt Allen is the driver of note here. As, oh. Oh, hard lick to the inside wall. Let's take one more look at that and see what happened here. We'll drive on board. Up the wall, grabs the wall, and just kind of bounced off of it. You know what, though? Not as forceful. Yes. Into the wall as I thought it was.
Very rare to see a car basically crash just sideswiping itself, so his tires and axles might actually all be all right.
Yeah, not thinking there's going to be all too much wheel damage there.
Very unhappy tires, but
that's why these yellows are so important. Just drive out of the groove, drive wherever it's colder on the racetrack, and you should be okay. As Stan Hausman, Joey Barrett, And a few more duck down on the pit road.
Interesting to see Barrett down again. Is he getting tires again?
No, it looks like he just maybe got a little bit of damage fixed. He might have caught the wall a little too hard.
Yeah, I saw weird bouncing, but not like, tire.
Yeah, maybe he got a little left rear damage. You can see the split or the spoiler raised maybe just a little bit, but not entirely sure. So, lights on the pace car are off yet again, working lap 42. See here where all the spots drivers have gained or lost throughout the race thus far. Adam Boisler towards the top with 11. As is Eric Jeffrey, 13. Tyler Cadd with plus 12 or 13 there. But the pace car pulls off as the field is in the hands of the 06 of Adam Boisler. Green flag is in the air and we're back racing. Here comes Melillo and Scott with Schlosser and Wingard. Your top five. A little bit further back, Ryan Shelton and company 3 and 4 wide out of turn 2. A little bit of contact between Vivacqua and Jeffrey as well as Mitchell Adams. There's Jeff Dillon throwing his car into the mix. Ethan Amberg grabs the outside wall. He's trying to make his way around the 54 of Shelton. Meanwhile, out front, Justin Melillo has the lead over Adam Boislard. Opens it up to about half a second, but here's the battle for, well, Joe, everything else. Amberg all the way down to the grass, trying to find a groove down low. A little bit of cloud cover here as always. House snags the outside wall. House really trying to get the momentum down on the top side. As there it is, a little bit of move there. He's blocking Bavacqua, but also trying to get around the 15 of Ryan Newman. He's got Shane Ewing just in front of him. Guilty Spark pops in saying, I'm going to try a different approach this time. Let's go everyone that's not Jamar Dumas. Well, some sad news. Jamar has already gotten into a smaller incident earlier in the race, but other than that, all is well.
Yeah, currently sitting P17.
Making his move, taking a look to the inside of Eric Jeffrey. Mentioned this in the beginning of the broadcast, but Spark, myself, Jamar, Nick as well, who races here at TNR, and a few other guys going to be running the 24 Hours of Spa this weekend. And trust me, it is not the kind of spa that is relaxing. I'll tell you that much.
I was gonna say the only 24 hours of spa I'll be running is in a hot tub somewhere.
No hot tubs and no cucumber eye mask thingies. Though there will be pork roll for myself.
Fair.
So just now working past halfway. A little bit further up here, Steve Bavacqua putting the pressure on from the 14 of Ethan Amberg. Checking in on Ace House in front of him as well. As, whoa, a couple guys all the way down to the inside. I think that was Mark McFadden. What a move. Let's take a look at what in the world that was with the 22. There's he and Adam Stewart. They're side by side. As, whoa, big slide. Little bit of contact there. Look at them both picking that right front tire up out of the air. Looking like the movie Cars. Able to keep it straight, so no yellows. Out front, battle for the lead. Philip Scott gets ahead of Justin Melillo. As my alarm goes off. Looked like while all that was going on, Ryan Shelton also had a bit of an adventure. Let's see what happened to the 54 car. Oh, he and Wingard. Whoa!
I don't know how he kept that straight.
That was incredible. Let's take one more look at that. Let's see it in slow motion as he comes out of 4. And right there, a little bit of contact, kicks him sideways. I mean, look at that. Wheeled hard to the left. Somehow, some way, able to keep it going. And honestly, doesn't lose too many spots.
Yeah.
So plenty of time to see action all over the racetrack here at Michigan. Philip Scott has the lead. Matt Schlosser taking a peek to the top side. Boisler just below him, getting some help from the 9 of Colton Easterday. And look at that, Shane Ewing coming out of nowhere, slowly, quietly moving his way up. There's Shane in that number 32 machine. One of the unsung heroes here at TNR. Driver who sponsored a lot of the races this season. And just kind of says, yeah, name it whatever you want. Meanwhile, further back, there's Jeff Dillon trying to work on the 14 of Ethan Amberg. Dillon, one of those drivers that raced in TNR Speed Weeks, the open sessions for drivers to come and join TNR. Had himself a great Michigan race when we came here for the preseason. He's had himself a good run. Currently sitting P9, started 6th.
Yeah, still got a little less than half the race to go. There's time.
Yeah, plenty of room. And speaking of room for improvement, the driver who's made the most spots up since the race started, that's this guy, Colton Easterday in the number 9. He has been slowly, methodically working his way up through the field. He started in 19th, currently sitting on the lowest step of the podium in 3rd. Meanwhile, on the flip side, a couple of drivers just not having a great night. Ryan Shelton had that spin coming out of 4. He's minus 10 currently. Jamar Dumas started 10th, currently running in the 20th spot as, he and the 39 both get into the wall. Joe, is the Ace House curse, has that been transferred to Jamar?
Maybe.
Because both times I've said his name or switched to his car, he's had some issues.
It's possible, but I don't want to rule it out yet.
Another driver that's been slowly moving his way up through the field, Ryan Newman, started in 20th, currently running in 7th, up 13 spots since the race started. Amberg gets a little squirrely there as well. And there's Ace House with some momentum. He gets to the inside of Dylan just a little bit further back. Some more battles. There's Wingard and Bavacqua. Philip Scott checking out in a sense, but really only about half a second ahead of Boislard. So not missing too much out at the front. Matt Schlosser now getting challenged by the 32 of Shane Ewing. So now Schlosser putting the pressure on Easterday as well as Boislard. As Mark McFadden makes his way down onto pit road. As more pit stops coming, bunch of drivers heading down pit road. Justin Malillo, Ethan Amberg, Ryan Shelton, Tim Branson, Jamar Dumas, Chris Darling.
Shelton really went in sideways.
Somehow, though, he was able to make it into his box.
Yeah, bravo. Nailed it.
As more green flag pit stops come down, Jeff Dillon, Austin Wingard, Corey Hutchinson as well.
So I guess now a lot of people were splitting it into thirds and not taking any chances on a yellow.
Yeah, right now this race kind of has a bit of a green flag feel to it.
Yeah.
But we'll certainly see as the leaders getting ready to come out of 3 and 4. Here comes Philip Scott onto pit road, Joe. Ace House is in. Ryan Newman is in. Steve Bevacqua is in. So let's see what the crew for the 99 machine has in store for him. Pole sitter, Scott gets into the box. Crew goes around to the right side. See, there's Ace House, and just behind him is Steve Bevacqua getting hit by the scoring bug. There goes the 16 down and away. This is Tyler Cadd. Now let's see who else comes down pit road. So the race off pit road is won for now by Philip Scott. Brennan Buchwald is down on pit road. Ace House 2. But Ace House in his box for quite a while. He might have gotten caught speeding.
I was gonna say, I don't know if he had that much damage.
Yes, in the box for 1 minute, definitely a speeding penalty. So tough break there for the 47. And no, you can't blame me for that.
I don't know.
Boislard peels off a pit road. That'll give the lead back to Matt Schlosser. Shane Ewing behind him. Joey Barrett ducks onto pit road. Barrett back on the same cycle as the rest of the field. Allen behind him on pit road too. But as of right now, Philip Scott, first car out of everyone who had pitted so far on this, what very well could be the final stop. Joey Barrett pulls away. Schlosser, Ewing, Adams, Shu. 4 cars who have yet to pit. Jason Shu pit back on lap 42, whereas the top 3 only pit on lap 28. Schlosser digs all the way down to the bottom to tell Shane Ewing he's pitting. So Schlosser in this time, he's going to give the lead up to the 32 of Ewing.
I was going to say, I don't know how much longer he can push that with gas.
Yeah, he has to be towards the end of his tank. But now the question is, when will Shane Ewing and Mitchell Adams decide to come down pit road? Shu can run this for quite a while. I don't think he has 59 laps in him.
No. Maybe he's hoping for a yellow real quick.
Yeah, because right now, Shu last pit on lap 42. So about 31 laps ago. Well, I mean, if Ewing and Mitchell Adams both pit on lap 28, it's now lap 74.
Yeah.
In 4 laps, that'll be, what, 50?
Yep. Ish. Are you thinking that Shu has enough gas to do 35 more laps?
I'm trying to think, but I don't believe he will. Because if he pit on lap 42, that means he would have to do 69 laps.
It was 42?
Yeah, he pit on lap 42.
50.
So 59 laps, pardon me. I don't think he can make it.
Yeah. Unless, I don't know, he throws it into 4th and just sends it, and then just let it ride out with low RPMs.
Just coast the whole time. 25% throttle. I think he could do it. Like every Pennsylvania driver on the turnpike.
That's right.
20 under in the left lane. Oblivious to the world.
Me, when gas gets to above $4 a gallon, throw it in neutral, coast behind a truck.
Although I should probably watch my analogies, seeing as though Jason Shu is from Pennsylvania. then again, I feel like that is kind of the usual MO for Pennsylvania drivers.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's where they're at. Speed limit's 50. Better do 45.
Well, just to be safe, you don't want to get pulled over. Especially being an out-of-state driver. Now Shane Ewing catching some lap traffic here in front of him. He's got about 6 seconds ahead of Mitchell Adams, but it looks like no, he's not going to pit this time, as he lets Robert Tripp by, as well as Matt Allen. Mitchell Adams ducks down on the pit road. 23 laps remaining here in the Highline Diecast.com 200. Now, when is Shane Ewing pitting? Maybe this lap. "20 seconds between he and Philip Scott. And Ewing stays out again. That time through, let's see who is faster. Ewing 42.43. Jason Shu 12 seconds back. Let's see. About 0.2 faster than Shane Ewing. Ewing is trying to coast and save as much as he can. And I feel like at this point, both the 3 and the 32 are hoping and praying for a yellow.
Yeah, I think that's where they're at.
And Ewing doesn't get it, so he's going to come down pit road. That'll relinquish the lead to Jason Shu. There's Shu around the top side. Philip Scott does get around Shane Ewing. Ewing's crew on the right-hand side, putting some service onto the vehicle. Go around, change left side tires next. Philip Scott just behind Shu, about 6 seconds back. That time by Scott, 1.3 seconds faster than Jason Shu. Likely catch him in about 3 laps.
I wonder if Shu is just saving, or if that's all he's got.
Feel like at this point, I mean, Philip Scott hit on lap 67. Shu on lap 42. So that's what, a 25 lap difference in tires?
Yeah. Basically a whole stint.
Yeah. Yeah, seeing as though especially, you know, the first round of pit stops, everyone pit under yellow at lap 28.
Yeah.
So coming to 18 to go. We'll take a look to see where your favorite driver is out on the racetrack. You see a big old gaggle of cars right behind the 46 of Matt Allen. Let's take a look here at this group of race cars. And behind him, Eric Jeffrey. This is 14th on back. Branson to the inside. The 31 of Hutchinson trying to hold off both Jamar Dumas and Mitchell Adams. Adams elevator move down to the bottom. He's going to get around Tim Branson. Will he clear him? He does. That's going to cause Branson to have to get out of the gas. Now he's all over the back bumper of the 33. In the wall. That's going to allow the 39 of Stan Hausman to take a peek to the inside. They're 3 wide here for 17th. Pardon me, 18th. Still 3 wide. Some great racing all over the racetrack here. The gap between Philip Scott and Jason Shu is shrinking. Now down to 1.9 seconds. Here's Easterday and Amberg battling it out. This is the fight for 6th. .15 laps remaining. Can Jason Shu hold on? Philip Scott now within 1 second. This is the fight for the lead. Here's Adam Boislard popping in, as well as Matt Schlosser just behind this group. That's Philip Scott tracking down Jason Shu. Shu likely going to have to pit here.
I can't imagine he has much left.
No, as Philip Scott gets around Jason Shu, think about it here. Philip Scott, last pit on lap 28. Jason Shu down on the pit road now, so there goes that thought out the window. But I was going to say, Scott pit on lap 28. He then came and pit on lap 68. That's 40 laps. Jason Shu would have ran out if he did the same pace as Philip around lap 82. Which, 82, that means 18 laps to go. There's 13 laps in it. He was still able to save. So a great idea by Jason Shu, just didn't quite get the cautions to fall his way. Now we've got this battle. Schlosser trying to track down Boislard. Laps to go here in the Highline Diecast.com 200. There's Shu out there with fresh tires. Ethan Amberg still trying to track down Colton Easterday. Jeff Dillon stalking in the distance. Here's Hausman, Jeffrey, Dumas, Branson, everyone back here. This is the battle from 15th on back. Buchwald trying to make a move towards Jamar Dumas. Gotta say, I love seeing the doll from Big Comfy Couch on the side of the car. It's pretty cool to see, not gonna lie. Right back to the childhood. Meanwhile, Jamar Dumas trying to track down Eric Jeffrey. Stan Alsman saying, all right, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to check out here. That being said, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here between Philip Scott and Adam Boislard. The gap has shrunk ever so slightly.
Yeah. I definitely think this is going to be a close one.
That is for sure. We see there Philip Scott about a tenth slower than Boislard. Scott also had to deal with the 22 lap car there just in front of him, but Boislard also has to deal with Schlosser.
Yeah.
That time through Schlosser the fastest. Schlosser to the inside. Scott has to deal with Bivacqua. Six laps to go. The top three all within 0.4 of a second. Lap car to contend with in Bivacqua. Now let's see what happens. 36 ducks down. Here comes the 06 to the inside. They get around the lap machine of Bivacqua. Now Bivacqua just trying to stay on the lead lap. He is going to be the first car one lap down should a yellow flag come out. 5 to go. Philip Scott says no yellows, please. But he also says, get away from me. As Boislard to the inside, they're side by side through 1 and 2. Some incredible racing late here. As out of turn 4, Boislard takes a peek down low, decides to stay up top. Switches back just in the tire tracks in the 99. Here comes Matt Schlosser. Scott up the track to block. Boislard down to the inside. Doubled up here as the 400 swings to the inside of Boislard. Now Schlosser has the advantage. Boislard to the inside. Philip Scott uses the draft of the 62 of Mark Payne to get around him. 3 to go. A barn burner here in the mitten.
That's a lot of words you just said there, Bob.
Matt Schlosser trying to track down Adam Boislard, who in turn tries to track down Philip Scott. 2 laps remaining here at the line. Philip Scott about a 1 car length lead over the 06. But now it's go time. Tires be damned, fuel be damned. Boisler tries to sneak up to the back bumper of Philip Scott. Just a car length separates these two. White flag is in the air. One more lap around for Philip Scott. All 3 drivers, different laps they pit to take their final pit stop. Philip Scott on 67, Adam Boisler on 70, Matt Schlosser 72. Here comes Boisler to the inside. Schlosser out of nowhere, 3 wide for the lead into turn 3. One final time, Schlosser slides up the racetrack. Philip Scott with a head of steam. Here comes Boisler trying to split the defense. Out of turn number 4, who's going to get it? Boisler to the inside. At the line, photo finish. Matt Schlosser gets the win.
I had an insane finish.
Holy cow.
All with .02 seconds.
Matt Schlosser, out of a cannon, beats both Adam Boisler and Philip Scott. Reverse the top 3 finishers at the white.
That's crazy.
I have never seen something like that happen before.
That's crazy.
Absolutely incredible finish. Let's see if we can get that last lap again, because that was amazing. So coming to the white flag, this is how they ran. Philip Scott, Adam Boisler, Matt Schlosser. Schlosser laid back. Got a massive run out of 2. Boisler to the inside of Scott. Schlosser says, excuse me, pardon me, coming through. He got down, drove it in deep. Philip Scott had the run on the outside. Boisler to the inside. Boisler goes all the way down to the grass. And let's take a look here. At the line. Going frame by frame. That is your finish. Absolutely incredible. I would give that, what, a foot maybe between the 400 and the 06?
Yeah, about a foot.
And then add another 6 inches on that to the 99. What an incredible finish. Wow. So, Matt Schlosser gets the win. And Joe, we still have some interviews to do here.
Yeah, yes we do.
Joe, I'll have you kick things off with our 3rd place finisher, driver of the number 99 machine, Philip Scott. if I can get everything moved around. There we go.
Hey, Phil, congratulations on the podium finish. It was a crazy finish out there. Uh,
Oh,
I guess walk us through that before anything else, because that was crazy.
I know, man. It was if there was any way to ring in the new era of TNR, that was it. I'm really glad we were able to get the field was able to get the jitters out, and we were able to get some classic TNR racing with the long runs at the end. And yeah, I felt good in clean air. Um, I mean, this is a race that I've always wanted to win because it's my home track, but I felt really good. Uh, short run, long run, I was trying to figure out 3 and 4 a little better. But I knew Matt Schlosser and Adam Boylard are really, really fast the times I've raced with them, and yeah, I undercut them hoping that I'd have enough of a gap, but then they new tires are such an advantage, but I'm surprised I was able to hold them off as long as I could. Um, last lap, I just Adam had a good run on me on the last lap off of 4 coming to the first coming to turn 1, and I knew I was gonna have to really block him hard, and I got a little tight, a little loose, little I don't even know. Just he kind of just I tried to air block as the best I could, and it kind of shot me up a little bit, and I knew it was going to be really tough once Matt got the run, and all I could do was just send it the best I could, and yeah, I can't even be mad. I usually would be really bummed that I lost it on the last lap, but that was so awesome.
Absolutely. You said early on there were a handful of cautions. Did that kind of mess with your strategy tonight, or were you kind of able to easily adjust?
No, it didn't mess with the strategy because it was still a 2-stopper no matter what. So, yeah, the last yellow came out uh like at the start of the second stint, so it really didn't mess with much strategy wise. It kind of messed with trying to get used to how the car felt on old tires. Like I said, turns my car only really felt good long run on the inside in 3 and 4. So I had to get used to that and like be more patient. But other than that, that was that was so crazy.
And like you said, this is the season opener. You walk out with a podium finish. Does it feel like it's kind of setting the stage for the rest of the season for you?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really fun battle with some of these guys for the championship. I mean, obviously Matt and Adam really fast, and then Justin was up there for most of the race. And then you got Ethan Amberg in the 14. There's so many fast guys now. I can't even name off the top of my head right now. But they're but it's going to be a very, especially in like the top 10, even top 15, it's going to be really closer than ever in TNR. There's some really fast guys in speed and TNR combined that just it's going to be crazy. Especially at I think we're at Atlanta next week.
I'll let Bob answer that one. I don't have the sheet in front of me.
Yes, we are.
That being said, before we let you go, I'm sure you got some shout outs for us.
Yeah, obviously shout outs to everybody that's made this new season of TNR possible. Speed Cup guys coming in, Stan, Ethan, Martin, to help prop up TNR. They saw something good in it, and shout out to all the new sponsors. Off the top of my head, I can't think of all of them, but I know one that's stepped up. That's the title sponsor of the Cup Series, and I know he's coming in to sponsor some of these races this season. Is Ken at Highline Diecast. I've gotten a lot of stuff from them before, so it's so yeah, highly recommended. I'm really glad that he's been supporting this league because it's a lot of fun, both the Cup and TNR. And then obviously Obstacle Factory on my car, and Olo and Team Ninja Association. And then I did, as you saw, I did keep a little bit of the red on my on my car. I still wanted to keep some of that red because it's my good luck charm after me switching to red for one race and lapping the field. I think I'm gonna always keep red on my car, even though blue's my favorite color.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and hopefully we'll be chatting with you next week.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
All right, that's Philip Scott, our third place finisher. I'm now joined by the driver of the number 06 machine, Adam Boilard. And well, Adam, second place finish. Man, talk us through that finish. That was absolutely insane.
Yeah, we were just talking about that in the waiting room there. I knew I was gonna try to get a runoff too off on Philip there, and wanted to try to get him a little arrow loose and get the runoff too. And I had to check up, and then Matt got through, and I was in the middle. And I was not feeling great about where I was, and then Matt slid up, and I was just trying to stay back as long as I could and try to drive through on the inside. And I didn't even think I had a chance coming off of 4. They must have been side drafting each other a little bit, but I was surprised. It was as close as it was. But that was a hell of a finish. Great way to open the season for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Talk about it. I mean, opening up the season, a fantastic finish like this. Do you think the second place finish is going to carry that momentum for you? I know, obviously, a drafting track next week in Atlanta, but I mean, aside from that, is this kind of something you're hoping to capitalize as the season goes on?
Yeah, I hope so. It's been a while since I ran the B car before tonight, and honestly, I'm not feeling 100%, so I was a little surprised to even be competitive to begin with. But yeah, I mean, I think coming in, I was hoping for top 10, so I definitely exceeded expectations from there. And yeah, I think trying to carry the momentum in the next week and going forward for sure.
Definitely, and talking about next week, the super speedway-ish track of Atlanta Motor Speedway. What are your thoughts there?
I think it's just keep your tires cool and don't get caught in the big one. We'll see how it plays out. I think if we get a field like this, like a good size field, I think there's a chance of a big one happening early. So just try to stay out of that and conserve as much as you can and be there for the end. Drafting tracks are not my favorite at all, but yeah, I think same goal. Try to get a top 10 next week.
It's definitely going to be interesting. And Adam, before I let you go, I'm sure you have some shout outs. So let's hear them.
Yep, shout out you guys in the booth, everyone here at Speed and TNR. Great showing here to start the season. Hope we keep it up going forward. And shout out especially to Philip and Matt as well for the fantastic finish and keeping it clean and giving us a good show there. So looking forward to coming back next week.
Awesome. Well, Adam, congrats on the second place finish, and hopefully we'll be chatting with you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, Bob.
All right. That is Adam Boilard, our second place finisher. And Joe, I believe you've made it down to victory lane finally to chat with our winner, Matt Schlosser.
Hey, Matt, congratulations on the photo finish. Walk us through, I'd say, the last 10-ish laps, because it was a little crazy out there.
Yeah, it was crazy for sure. Last 10 laps, I was slowly catching Adam and Philip, and we were all kind of getting a little closer and closer, and there were lap cars, and it was just really kind of tough trying to put down good laps and try to reel them in. My tires were a little better. And then I think with like 5 to go, we were all just kind of right there, and just tried to make tried to pass Adam, got in front of him. He passed me back, crossed me back over. Philip was doing a really good job of kind of running the lines and putting us in dirty air and stuff, and making his own speed. And yeah, on the last couple laps, I was just kind of stuck behind them, and I just told myself, all right, I'm in third. I'm gonna make the best turns 1 and 2 I can possibly make, with the hope that they both lose a little bit of speed coming off 2, and that's kind of exactly what happened. They both raced each other, and yeah, I just got the run. I took it to the bottom. I entered turn 3 with the pretty bad angle and just had to kind of like slide job it up and park it in the middle of the track. And They both kind of got a run on either side, and I mean, we all just kind of drag raced from there. And I didn't know if I was going to win. I was like, I guess I'm going to finish third or better, but luckily, I think I just had a little bit more speed coming to the line somehow. So yeah, what a crazy race. That was insane.
Absolutely. Now, did the early cautions kind of mess you up at all? I know they kind of ended relatively early. We had a nice long green run out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's always kind of hard to like guess how the cautions are going to go. You know, you consider pitting, you consider staying out. You know, it's tempting to kind of come in and get tires in case you get a green flag run, and then you might have an advantage on the fresher tires. But honestly, I think it was just kind of going caution to caution, and then I guess roughly halfway it kind of broke open, and we got some long running and got a green flag stop. So yeah, I think it was just kind of one of those races where the cautions pile up in the beginning and then it kind of clears up, and we were able to go from there. Yeah.
Absolutely. And are you hoping to carry this momentum forward for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm going to try to make as many races as I can. I love racing here. Really cool to see a big field of cars. Shout out shout out to TNR and Speed for kind of collaborating to get some kind of new drivers in and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm hoping to run as many as I can, and hopefully they're half as fun as that was, because that was really cool. So hope to have some more races like that.
Absolutely. And before we let you go, I'm sure you got some shout outs for us.
Yeah, sure. Thanks to you guys for broadcasting. Thanks to the admins for putting it all together. Major shout out to Adam and Philip for that awesome battle there at the end. That was so cool. I've raced with both of them a decent amount, and here in other leagues. So really cool to battle with them and have a really good, awesome, clean battle. Uh, so yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to everyone who raced tonight. Quick little plug. I have my personal league special stage is starting up its season on Friday, and we're doing Pro 2 lights. So if anybody wants to do some jumpy truck action, feel free to message me. I'll get you in there for some racing. Adam is actually in that league as well. So is Eric Jeffrey. So there's a couple guys in here in there. So if anyone else listening wants to race that, send me a message. Happy to get you going in there. And yeah, I think that's it.
Sounds great. Well, congratulations again. And hopefully we'll be chatting with you next week.
All right. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Matt Schlosser, our winner here tonight at Michigan. Wow, what an incredible finish. Just a great battle, a great fight. It was clean, and oh man, it was so much fun. Let's take a look here at the results for tonight's race. Getting the win is Matt Schlosser by 8/1000ths of a second over Adam Boylard. Philip Scott in third, 17/1000ths of a second behind Schlosser. 3 wide across the line. Absolutely insane finish. Justin Melillo comes home in fourth, with Colton Easterday coming home in fifth. Jeff Dillon, sixth. Ethan Amberg in seventh, with Ryan Shelton in eighth. Mitchell Adams and Austin Wingard round out the top 10. In 11th is Shane Ewing. Joey Barrett comes home 12th. Ryan Newman 13th. Stan Hausman 14th. And Matt Allen in 15th. Jamar Dumas comes home 16th, with Brandon Buchwald in 17th. 18th place is Tim Branson. 19th is Eric Jeffrey. Corey Hutchinson in 21st. 22nd place is Jason Shu. Steve Bivacqua finishes 23rd, 1 lap down. Ray Payne 24th, a lap down. Tyler Cadd in 25th, and Ace House in 26th. Adam Stewart 27th. Mark McFadden in 28th, with Christopher Darling in 29th. William Ratcliffe out of the race in 30th, as is Scott Leonard 31st, and Martin Plute rounds out our 32 car field for this evening. Wow. Absolutely incredible racing. And Joe, I'm already excited to get ourselves out to Atlanta next week.
Yeah, absolutely. With that kind of finish, I don't even know how you could keep up for the rest of the season. That was insane.
Definitely a ton of fun. Special thanks to the folks over at HighlineDiecast.com. They're your go-to source for high-quality NASCAR diecast and memorabilia. Whether you're hunting for the latest releases, rare finds, or you're just looking to sell your own collection, they have you covered. Plus, don't miss their live auctions every week on Whatnot, where you can score incredible deals on some must-have collectibles and place your pre-orders for NASCAR's latest diecast over at HighlineDiecast.com, where passion for racing meets collectible perfection. And Joe, you can't get much more perfection than the finish to this race. Even watching this finish now in slow-mo as the field comes across the line, just amazing. Scenes from Cars across the line 3 wide.
Yeah, where's the tongue?
Absolutely fantastic. You can join us next Monday evening right here on the Tabletop Trio Podcast Network to catch next week's incredible race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So for one final time, I'm Bob.
I'm Joe.
And this has been the HighlineDiecast.com 200, part of the Total Nonstop Racing League. Have a great night.